What's up, guys? It's Josh here with Buckeye Bow Hunter. Today is Saturday, October 16th, and time is just flying by. I've only been hunting maybe 3 or 4 times this year, just from work. It's been super busy. I'm back here at the Frank farm tonight. I haven't got any pictures since I hunted him on, I think that was Tuesday evening. So I don't know if he just moved on again, or he has like a big loop that he takes, or he's just found another area that he likes to bed more often, or what. But I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I would like to get back in there on that south end where he's at again, but I have a northwest wind today, so the best I'm gonna do is up here on the north end, which I haven't hunted yet this year. There's a rub right there. That's pretty high. Look at that. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna get moving. It's about 4 o'clock and get all set up here, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Stay tuned. I just want to share a little access tip, especially when you're accessing stands on like the edge of a field, cornfield specifically. Most of the time these deer are gonna walk the edge of the cornfield over there, and if you look, there's a whole bunch of tracks right along the edge. So what I like to do is walk these corn rows, if possible, about 4 or 5 rows in. That way deer aren't picking up my ground scent. And this whole, I'm hunting this field edge here. It's actually cornfield, but I got a west wind blowing out into the corn, out from these bedding areas that I'm hunting. And a lot of times these deer will come out and they'll walk the edges of these cornfields like this. And if I'm walking up the edge of the cornfield all the way to my stand, I've already pretty much ruined half of this field. But if I'm 5 or 6 rows in, those deer will be able to walk up and down this row and not pick up any of my ground scent. So I'll walk this row all the way down and then cut straight in to where my tree stand is. That way, hopefully before a deer or a buck crosses my ground scent, that deer's dead. Just bumped a little buck. That's fine. I'm gonna set up right here. I wanna see where he was. Right here. Little rub. That's a big bed right there. That's not where he was bedded. But that's a big bed. I'm sure he was living right in here. another bed right here under the tree. This is nuts. Lots of beds. Let's hang a stand. This could all be him, but I doubt it. Alright guys, well, I am all set up here for the evening. I bumped a small buck, looked like a 2.5-year-old, walking in here. I haven't been in here all year. This is a stand that you guys have probably seen me hunt before. The willow stand. I'm actually a tree over from the willow stand, but it's all the same. I'm in the same spot. This is the first time I've been in here this year, and it is tore up. Normally there's beans in this field, so it's a lot easier to access. With this corn up, it's a lot more secluded, and these deer are literally bedding 20-30 yards from the corn in this tall grass. There's a bed directly under my tree stand. There's a bed out in front of me here, there's one there, one out behind me. There's probably 5 or 6 beds in here. A ton of rubs, bunch of scrapes. It's hard to believe that that little buck was doing all this. I would like to be going after the big 11 tonight, but we have a northwest wind, and considering he likes to hang out on the south end of the farm, it's a little difficult to get in after him with the access that I have. So I'm just gonna leave him alone for the night, even though it's a beautiful evening. We got some pretty good wind, but it's cold. It rained all day, and now it's probably in the low 60s, high 50s, which is the coldest it's been all year. So hopefully these deer are moving this evening. I've had really good luck in this spot. In the mid-October during a cold front before, I've seen a lot of bucks. That was different than the one I kicked up. He was a decent 8-pointer or something like that. Really wide. You know, it's so funny. I always see, I've been hunting this same farm for 15, 16 years, and I always see the same genetics from bucks that I've hunted in the past. And that buck reminded me of a smaller version of a really big buck that I hunted maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I never got close to that buck. Very cool. They're moving, that's good. My buddy just texted me. He's seen a few small bucks moving and kind of fighting too, so. He's about an hour away from me, but same weather, same front. Well, we only got about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes that I can film at least anyway. The only deer I saw is that one I kicked up, and that 2.5 or 3.5 year old 8 or 9 pointer, whatever he was. Nothing else. It's kind of surprising. I don't know if it was because it's been pretty windy all night, but it wasn't like so windy that you think it would inhibit deer movement, but maybe. Could just be in the wrong spot. More likely. So far, we're only about 20 minutes into shooting light. I've seen 2 small bucks. But this morning I got a west wind, and I'm set up about 150 yards south of where I was hunting last night. And I've hunted here before too. This is a stand I like to call the finger stand. And all it is a little finger of woods that kind of juts out into the middle of this big swamp. A lot of deer have been in here in the past. There's always a lot of good sign that shows up here around mid-October. This is where I got pictures of that nice buck you see right here. In the mornings, most likely heading back to his bedding area, which I assume is what I found last night where I was hunting, where all those beds were. I would almost bet that's where he was bedding when I was getting pictures of him. It'll be the last time I'm here for a little bit, just because I'm trying to be be a lot less intrusive this year on one specific farm, on any specific farm. So I'm going to give this a little break, considering I hunted here last night, only about 150 yards north of here. Alright guys, well, it's about 9 o'clock now. I have not seen another deer. I did have a coyote run by at about 30 yards. I didn't get a shot at him, which is kind of a bummer, but still cool to see. So I think my plan for today is I'm gonna sit probably till about 9:30, I think. Give it another half hour. And my camera down here, I think I'm gonna pull it and go hang it down at that south end where that big 11's hanging out, because right now I only have one camera down there and I would like to have 2, maybe 3. So there's another, I got a regular Bushnell down there. I haven't checked since probably August, so I want to pull that too and see what's been going on. It's gonna be real quick, just get in and get out, hang a camera, and get the heck out of there. So like I said, I'm gonna give it a little more time and we'll see what happens. I just think because of this wind and this rain, I'm hoping these deer are still kind of on their feet a little bit, moving around, but it doesn't seem like it. So I went and checked that first camera. I forgot I had it on video mode, and the card was completely full, so it hadn't taken any pictures since September 2nd. So that's kind of a bummer. I put a fresh card in it and set it to photo mode. Pretty sure that buck is bedding out in here. There's a big island out here. Here's where all those historical rubs are, and this trail kind of pops in right here and just runs right past me. I got a hang on right there that I absolutely hate. I probably won't hunt out of it just because I have no shooting lanes. But with that said, hopefully we get some photos.